Brian, good to see you. A really interesting topic today. Retirement spending peaks earlier than you'd think. Here's a number that should change how you think about retirement. 12. That is how many years the average healthy 60-year-old has before their mobility, energy, and independence start to decline. That's from the Office of National Statistics. Do you think that data, Brian, would surprise most people?
Absolutely, because they put everything off to retirement. They think they have this long retirement, 20, 25 years. But in reality, it's in different pieces, and we got to plan accordingly.
I'm glad you brought that up because, of course, now that we know the data, your plan has to reflect it. It shouldn't be designed to produce a flat income over 30 years, but to support a rich early retirement and a more modest one later. This is known as right go go, slow go, no go. Can you explain what
Yeah.
we're looking at?
Yeah, they love the go-go. They can't wait for that. The slow go means we're going to the doctors. The no-go means the doctors are bringing you in for the hospital. So
Yeah.
these are things we don't want to think about in retirement. When we build out the plan, we don't just have a straight line of income getting higher and higher and higher. You actually try to push more income early on. And we really hope to get them to use that money into the early 80s. And then we can go into slow go after we hit 80 or so.
hmm And it's interesting because the spending data, as you know, backs this up. According to the Institute for Fiscal Studies, retiree spending on travel and leisure peaks around age 75, then drops, again, not because the money ran out, but because the physical capacity to enjoy it did. Have you found this to be true? You've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, 39 years of talking to people about retirement. I found that sometimes the husband no longer travels with the wife, so you still have some spending, but there is some slowing down and the trips get smaller, especially if they've been a few spots. But I actually bring this to my pre-retirees to actually travel now, balance your life between now and later, because we never know what our health will give us, and we need to be ready to enjoy whatever years we're blessed with during our retirement.
Absolutely. And I'm sure that you found this. It's difficult because we've been so conditioned for decades to save, 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 so that a lot of people spend the first decade of their retirement worried about spending that money, afraid that they're going to deplete their nest egg. And so to me, it's not about, even just saving enough, but knowing when to spend that money too.
Absolutely. So if you retire and you're trying to draw the money 4 or 5% or a little bit higher, I try not to eat principal during the 60s. I like to live off interest and growth. But if I can keep it maintained or just a little bit down, it's not a bad thing, especially if we know in the later 70s, early 80s, our expenses will drop. It all depends on their goals in life and how well they did save. Getting savers to actually spend their money is a whole nother talk show that we'd have to have.
hmm And how often are you revisiting these spending plans with your clients?
Well, I start every meeting when they retire with how are you doing? How's your cash flow? But what I mean by that is how much money is in your saving and checking. And I have a number. It might be 20,000, might be 50, it could be 100,000. And that's my barometer at their bank that I tell if they've overspent or underspent, if it's growing or if it's shrinking really fast.
Right. And so I'm sure you might need to adjust as needed.
Yeah, some people twice a year, some people once a year. It really
Yeah.
depends on how active they are
Mhm.
and what we're trying to do during the year for them.
Yeah, I think, talking this through with you, it's clear that this is a moving target for most people. Revisiting it is one thing, but having a plan to confidently spend so that we can have the retirement we've worked so hard for is what really matters. Brian, if somebody would like to sit down to create that plan with you, what's the best way to reach you?
All they got to do is then go to our website at akersfinancial.com where they can call us at 410-692-9870. And we can set up that initial free time to talk about their situation and go basically from their unique financial fingerprint, design a plan that'll last a lifetime.
Well worth it. Brian, thank you for your time today.
Thanks, Aaron.